Good morning, students. Suprabhatam Chhatraha. Namo Namaha. In the previous lecture, we have started with our second lesson, that is Sushtu Gruhitaha Chauraha. So now, today, we are going to continue with this Sushtu Gruhitaha Chauraha question and answer session. What we have learned in this Sushtu Gruhitaha Chauraha? In this lesson, Sushtu Gruhitaha Chauraha, we have seen that a rich man seeks Birbal's help to find out who among his 6 servants had stolen his money purse. So here, Birbal gave each servant a stick of the same length. He told them that they were magic sticks and the stick of the thief would automatically lengthen by the size of a finger. So the servant who had stolen the purse was afraid and he cut the stick to avoid the possible exposure. The next day, the thief was caught since his stick was the only one that was shorter. The thief also admitted his theft and returned the purse. So this is how Birbal caught the thief. Now we are going to continue with the question answer session. So here question number 4 is based on Stamba Melanam Kuruta. Stamba Melanam Kuruta means here you have to match the following. So first one is here some Visheshanam are given and Vishesham. What is Visheshanam? Visheshanam means adjective. So an adjective is given in the column A or first column. In second column, the noun is given. So we have to match the following according to the proper adjective. Samanunatayah. So here the first word is samanatayah. Samana unnatayah. समान उन्नती म्हणजे एकसारख्या उंची असलेल्या काय होत्या काठ्या. सो ऑल दी स्टिक्स वर ऑफ दी सेम लेंथ. सो इट इज यष्टिकाः. समान उन्नतयः यष्टिकाः. नेक्स्ट वन सर्वान. सर्वान भृत्यान. सर्वान all the. सर्वान means all. To all the. भृत्य. भृत्य means servants. सर्वान भृत्यान. Here Dvitiya is used for Sarvan. So same Bhrutyan. For Bhrutyan also we have to use Dvitiya. One more important thing. एक महत्वाची गोष्ट तुम्ही लक्षात ठेवा. विशेषण आणि विशेष्य हे नेहमी सेम विभक्तीमध्ये सेम वचनात नेहमी चालवलं जातं. ओके. सो हिअर सर्वान द्वितीया बहुवचन, भृत्यान सेम द्वितीया बहुवचन. नेक्स्ट वन लुप्तः. लुप्त चोरी झालेली काय होती? व्हॉट वॉज स्टोलन? धनस्यूतः. सो हिअर लुप्तः धनस्यूतः. नेक्स्ट वन गृहीतः. गृहीतः आणलं. ओके. गृहीतः चौरः. गृहीतः चौरः. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 5. विरुद्धार्थक शब्दानां युग्मं चिनुत लिखत च. Here we have to write the pair of the opposite words. Okay, so we will start with the opposite words now. Purvam. First is Purvam. Purvam means before किंवा आधी. So what is the opposite word of Purvam? Purvam पश्चात. Okay, Purvam याचं उत्तर काय येईल? पश्चात. गताः. गताः निघून गेले. गताः निघून गेले. गताः त्याच्या विरुद्ध और अपोजिट वर्ड ऑफ गताः इज आगताः. सो पेयर इज गिवन हियर ओनली. यू जस्ट हैव टू मैच देम. गताः अपोजिट वर्ड इज आगताः. नेक्स्ट वन इज दीर्घा. दीर्घा. दीर्घा अपोजिट वर्ड इज रस्वा. दीर्घा रस्वा. नेक्स्ट वन जागरितः. जागरित म्हणजे जागा आहे. जागरितः त्याच्या अपोजिट सुप्तः. जागरितः सुप्तः झोपलेला आहे. जागरितः हु इज स्टिल अवेकिंग और हियर सुप्तः हु इज स्लीपिंग. भृत्यः, भृत्य म्हणजे नोकर. ओके, भृत्यः, भृत्यहाच्या विरुद्ध स्वामी, मालक. भृत्यः स्वामी. नेक्स्ट वन, भृत्यः स्वामी. ह्रस्व ऑलरेडी झालेला आहे, सुप्तः पण झालेला आहे, स्वामी आत्ता झालं, भृत्यः स्वामीही. धनिकः, धनिका म्हणजे श्रीमंत माणूस, अ व्हेरी रिच पर्सन. धनिकः दरिद्रः. सो धनिकः दरिद्रः. पश्चात, पूर्वम पश्चात ही एक युग्म किंवा जोडी झालेली आहे. आगताः गताः ही पण जोडी झाली आहे. सो दिस इज हाऊ वी हॅव डन ऑल दी वर्ड्स. पूर्वम पश्चात, गताः आगताः, दीर्घा ह्रस्वा, जागरितः सुप्तः, भृत्य स्वामी, भृत्य म्हणजे नोकर, स्वामी मीन्स मालक, ओनर. सुप्तः जागृत हे झालं. धनिकः दरिद्रः. पश्चात आगताः. Now here in the question number 6 we have to write samanarthakam shabdam. Samanarthakam shabdam, synonyms we have to write here. Okay, so which word is used here to write the uh, which word is used here for the dhanadyah, dhanvan, ibhyah, dhanasampadnah. Okay, so dhanadya, dhanvan, ibhyah and dhanasampadnah. Which word is used in our lesson? धनिकः. What is the answer? धनिकः. इथे काय येईल उत्तर? धनिकः. So you have to write the word which is used in your lesson itself. Okay, म्हणजे जो आपल्याला धडा दिलेला आहे, जो आपल्याला पाठ दिलेला आहे, त्या पाठातलंच उत्तर आपल्याला इथे लिहायचं आहे. धनाढ्यः, धनवान, इभ्यः, धनसंपन्न मीन्स रिच मॅन. रिच मॅनला काय उत्तर येईल? धनिकः. नेक्स्ट वन, स्तेनः, पाटच्चरः, तस्करः, मोषकः. म्हणजे काय? सगळे हे जे शब्द आहेत ना, तुम्ही बहुधा मराठीमध्ये हा शब्द तस्करी, तस्करी म्हणजे चोरी, याच्यावरनं तुम्हाला आता ओळखता आलं असेल. तस्करः, स्तेनः, पाटच्चरः, मोषकः म्हणजे चोरी करणारा. तर त्याच्यावरून शब्द काय येईल? चौरः. इथे उत्तर काय येईल? चौरः. पुढे, सुप्तिः, स्वपा, शयनं, स्वापः. सुप्तिः, स्वपा, नावावरनं समजते. सुप्ती, शयन, तुम्ही शयन सुद्धा मराठीमध्ये शब्द ऐकला असेल. शयन म्हणजे झोपणे, स्वापः म्हणजे पण झोपणे. तर यासाठी कुठला शब्द आलाय? निद्रा. कुठला शब्द आलाय पुस्तकात, आपल्या धड्यात? तोच शब्द आपल्याला इथे लिहायचा आहे, दॅट इज निद्रा. पुढचा प्रश्न आहे, सेवकः, परिचारकः, दासः, दासेयः, चेटकः, किंकरः. या सगळ्यांचा अर्थ सेवकः, सेवक किंवा नोकर, ज्याला किंवा चाकर असं म्हणतो. त्यासाठी इथे शब्द आलेला आहे भृत्यः. पुस्तकात कुठला शब्द आलाय? भृत्यः. तर अशा प्रकारे तुम्हाला इथे समानार्थी शब्द लिहायचे. धनाढ्य, धनवान, इभ्य, धनिक यासाठी कुठला शब्द आलाय? धनिकः. स्तेनः, पाटच्चरः, तस्करः, मोषकः यासाठी शब्द आलाय चौरः. सुप्तिः, स्वपा, शयनं, स्वापः सगळ्याचा अर्थ झोप. झोपेसाठी शब्द आलाय निद्रा. सेवकः, चेटकः, परिचारिकः, दासः, दासेयः, किंकरः या सगळ्यांसाठी शब्द आलाय भृत्यः. काय आलाय शब्द? भृत्यः. तर इथे आपला सुष्ठु गृहीतः चौरः हा पाठ संपलेला आहे. दिस इज हाऊ वी हॅव कंप्लीटेड अवर सुष्ठु गृहीतः चौरः. Now we'll start with our next lesson, which is based on the grammar, that is kim krutva. Okay. So what is this kim krutva means? What does it mean? Kim krutva. That is having done what? Okay. Having done what? Generally, when we write 2 or 3 sentences, by adding them, that time we use this krutva. Krutva is one of the twanta अव्यय. Okay. Twanta. Now what does it mean? Avyaya. When we use these avyaya like Twanta or another one is Labhyanta, we add the two sentences. Okay. So instead of writing two different sentences, we can write these two sentences by using Krutva. Now let's see what is this. What is this Twanta and what are the Twanta and Labhyanta Avyaya? बालकः पुस्तकं पठति पाठशालां गच्छति च. Okay. So here this boy is doing two actions. First, he is reading a book and then he is going to school. Okay. So what is his first activity? To read a book. Okay. Because after reading a book, he goes to school. So here in this case, the first activity or the first action which is done by him, that is reading a book. So generally, whenever we use this Twanta or Labhyanta Avyay, we have to use them for the first action. Okay. If there are first two actions, then we can use this Twanta or Labhyanta for first two actions. If there are three actions, so we have to use them in two actions, and last one, for the last action we are not going to use this Twanta or Labhyanta. Now see, बालकः पुस्तकं पठित्वा पाठशालां गच्छति. Okay, so here instead of patha, they have taken the Twanta avyay of patha, that is patha pathitva. Patha pathitva is used over here. So generally, whenever two or more than two activities are shown here and we have to add these two or three activities, sentences, we can use this Twanta or Labhyanta pratyay. Now how to use them? There are certain rules of using this Twanta or Labhyanta pratyay. मुलगा पुस्तक वाचतो आणि शाळेत जातो. ओके. इथे दोन कृती आहेत. पहिली कृती काय आहे? पुस्तक वाचण्याची. दुसरी कृती काय आहे? शाळेत जाण्याची. तर आपल्याला शेवटची कृती सोडून त्याच्या आधी ज्या ज्या काही कृती घडल्यात त्यासाठी हे त्वा वापरता येतं. बघूया आपण आता कसं वापरूया. पठ. द ओरिजिनल वर्ब इज पठ. सो बालकः पुस्तकं पठित्वा पाठशालां गच्छति. दोन कृतींच्या ऐवजी मी दोन्ही कृती एकाच वाक्यात जर म्हणण्याचा विचार केला तर मी काय म्हणेन? मुलगा पुस्तक वाचून शाळेत जातो. आधी वाक्य कसं आहे? मुलगा पुस्तक वाचतो आणि मग शाळेत जातो. मी त्याला असं म्हणू शकते दोन्ही वाक्यांना जोडून, मुलगा पुस्तक वाचून पाठशाळेत जातो. म्हणून आपली जी पहिली क्रिया आहे पठती, त्याचं आपण इथे रूप बनवलंय, दॅट इज पठित्वा. पुस्तक, बाकी वाक्य तसंच ठेवायचं. बालकः पुस्तकं पठच्या ऐवजी त्याचं त्वांत रूप वापरायचं पठित्वा, आणि पुढची जी क्रिया आहे ती ॲज इट इज पाठशालां गच्छति आणि च काढून टाकायचा. कारण आपण आधी असं म्हणत होतो मुलगा पुस्तक वाचतो आणि मग शाळेत जातो. आता आपण काय म्हणतोय? मुलगा पुस्तक वाचून शाळेत जातोय. म्हणजे इथे आता आणि हा शब्द नाहीये. सो वी हॅव टू रिमूव्ह दिस च. ओके. बॉय reads a book and then goes to school. Okay, this is our sentence. So after reading a book, he goes to school. So we are saying that after reading a book, he goes to school. We have, by using after reading a book, by using this verb, we have combined these two sentences. So while applying Twanta or Labhyanta avyay, we have to use these Twanta or Labhyanta for the action except the last one and remove the ch. Okay? दोनच गोष्टी लक्षात ठेवायच्या. तुमच्या ज्या ज्या कृती आहेत शेवटची क्रिया सोडून त्याच्या आधी होणाऱ्या सगळ्या कृती, here we have to use Twanta or Labhyanta according to the requirement and remove the ch. Now again one more sentence is shown over here. माता पाकं करोति भोजनं परिवेशयति च. Now here you can see that the mother she is cooking food and then she is serving the bhojanam or food. So, which two actions are taking place over here? पाकम करोती, भोजनम परिवेशयती. बरोबर? म्हणजे काय? ती स्वयंपाक करतीये आणि मग पुढे जेवण वाढतीये. So, which is the first action? पाकम करोती. So, instead of karoti, pakam karoti, instead of karoti, we will write krutva. Okay. So, माता पाकम कृत्वा म्हणजे आई स्वयंपाक करून सगळ्यांना जेवण वाढते. आधीचं स्टेटमेंट कसं होतं? आई स्वयंपाक करते आणि सगळ्यांना जेवण वाढते. त्याच्याऐवजी आपण म्हणू शकतो सगळा स्वयंपाक करून मग आई सगळ्यांना जेवण वाढते. And now I have clubbed these two sentences. सगळा स्वयंपाक करून आई सगळ्यांना जेवण वाढतीये. So the first action, okay, except the last action, we have to use this twanta avyay. In twanta avyay, we put twa after the verb. So it becomes kru krutva, patha pathitva, racha rachayitva. Okay, so these are some sentences. Gama gatva, nata namanatva. So here, पूर्वकालवाचक अव्ययानी are पठित्वा कृत्वा. We are using the पूर्वकालवाचक अव्यय here for the first action, and second important rule you have to keep in your mind, that is remove the ch. Okay, remove the ch over here. Pathitva krutva. So here we have used twa avyay. Twa avyay after the first verb. Okay. Now next one. Advaitaha vruksham arohati upavishati cha. So which is his first action? His first action is arohati, vruksham arohati, to climb up on it, to climb up the tree and then to sit on the tree branch. So here arohati, the original verb is a adhika ruha. A adhika ruha. Now here you can see that we have not used twa, we have used ya. So where to use this ya, arui ya? See, you can see that there is a verb a adhika roha. The dhatu is a adhika roha. So now, before this roha, there is upasarga, which is called as a. So whenever this upasarga is used, we will not use this twanta or twa. We will use labhyanta. And for this labhyanta, we have to use ya. Okay, adhika roha, aroya. Upavishati. So Advai, and we have to remove this cha. So what is written over here? Advaitaha vruksham aruhya. Baki sentence as it is we have to write. Advaitaha vruksham as it is. Arohati. The first work which is done by him is arohati. Okay, to climb up the tree. So अद्वैतः वृक्षम आरोह्य उपविशती. अद्वैत झाडावर चढून बसतो. Okay. Next statement is वृद्धा देवम प्रार्थ्य निद्राम करोति. दोन स्टेटमेंट आहेत. वृद्धा देवम प्रार्थयते, निद्राम करोति च. Okay, so how do you write? वृद्धा देवम प्रार्थयते, निद्राम करोति च. So, which is the first action? Prarthayate. Vruddha. So, pra adhika artha is prartha. That is why instead of twanta, here labhyanta is used. So, we have to just, while using the labhyanta, we just have to use ya. While applying the twanta, we have to put twa. Okay. So here, Vruddha, what is the sentence? Vruddha, Devam, in Prartha, we just have to, original word is Pradika Artha plus Ya, Labenta Ya, Prarthya, Nidram Karoti. Nidram Karoti, so Cha we have to remove. So wherever we are having a Upasarga, we have to put Ya. Wherever we are not having Upasarga, we will put Twa. Okay. Twa for twanta and lia for labyanta. Lyabanta. Okay. So here आरुह्य, प्रार्थ्य इत्येतानि पूर्वकालवाचक लब्यंत अव्ययानि. Now here some sentences are given. शुभदा आपणं गच्छति, धनं ददाति, पुस्तकम् आनयति, पठति च. Okay. Shubhada Apanam Gachati. She is going to, Shubhada is going to market. Dhanam Dadati gives money. Pustakam Anayati. So she brings some books. Pathati cha. And then she reads book. Okay. So what is the first action she has done? Apanam Gachati. Apanam Gachati. She goes to market. Dhanam Dadati. Then she gives the money to the shopkeeper. Pustakam Anayati. Then she brings some books. Pathati cha. And then she Pathati cha. But she reads the book. Okay. So now we are adding this. Shubhada, Apanam. Except the last verb, we have to write the all the actions. Write the actions in Twanta or Labhyanta pattern. So Apanam Gachati. Now in Gacha, there is no Upasarga. Agacha. No, Agacha is not there. Or Upagacha. No, only Gacha is there. So we will use Twa. Shubhada Apanam Gachati. Gachati, Twanta avyay of Gachati is Gatva. So Shubhada Apanam Gatva. Dhanam Dadati. So to give. Okay. To give, Dadati is used. And for Dadati, now the Twanta becomes Datva. Okay. Twanta avyay is Datva. Pustakam Anayanti. Now she is bringing some books. So Pustakam Anayati. Now here you can see that A plus Naya is the original verb or it is original dhatu. Okay. So A plus Naya means here you have to use Lyabanta because A plus Naya, Upasarga is there. In Datva only Da dhatu was there. In Gatva only Gama dhatu was there. So only Gama is there, we will use Twanta. Only Da dhatu is there, we will use Lyabanta. But here Adika Ni dhatu is A plus Ni. Okay, so that is why we will use Lyabanta Avyay over here. That is A plus Ni. Labenta is A plus Ni plus Y. It will be Aniya. And last sentence as it is. Now we don't have to put this ch because आपण आता त्याला मराठीत कसं म्हणू शुभदा बाजारात जाऊन पैसे देऊन पुस्तकं घेऊन घरी आली. इथे आपल्याला कुठेच आणि व चा उपयोग करायचा नाहीये. After going to the market, by giving the money, bringing the books, Shubhada is reading now. Okay, so wherever we are using cha, that we have to remove and except the last action, remaining action should be written in Twanta or Lyabanta form. So now we'll see some sentences. वाक्यानि निरीक्ष्य भेदम अवगच्छत. साधवः फलानि दत्वा निर्गच्छन्ति. So here datva, we can write this datva. If only the da dhatu is there, we can write the twanta as datva. If pradaya dhatu, pradhika da dhatu is there, we will use labenta. It will be without the upasarga datva, with the upasarga pradaya. वृद्धा साधव फलानी दत्वा निर्गच्छन्ति. साधू जे आहेत ना ते फळं देऊन निघून जातात. बघा दोन सेंटेन्सेस आपण म्हणू शकलो असतो. साधू फळं देतात आणि मग निघून जातात. त्याऐवजी आपण काय दिलं साधू फळं देऊन निघून जातात. हे जे आपण म्हटलं ना देऊन हे किंवा इंग्लिश मध्ये ज्याला आपण म्हणू आफ्टर गिव्हिंग त्यासाठी संस्कृतमध्ये त्वांत आणि लब्यंत या दोन्ही अव्ययांचा वापर केला जातो. विदाऊट उपसर्ग, उपसर्ग कशाला म्हणतात? धातूच्या आधी जो शब्द येतो, जसं नी च्या आधी शब्द आलाय आनीय, ओके. दत्तच्या ऐवजी शब्द आलाय प्रदत्त, प्र हा शब्द आधी आलेला आहे. किंवा नम, नम म्हणजे नुसता नमस्कार करणे, त्याच्या आधी प्र हा शब्द वापरला. ओके, नम मीन्स ओनली टू worship, but if there is pranama, so the weightage of that word increases after using the upasarga. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it happens ki your meaning of that word also gets changed because of the upasarga. For example, gama or gachha, it means to go, but when we write agachha, it means to come. Okay, so these upasarga, wherever we are using these upasarga, we have to keep in our mind that sometimes the meaning of that particular verb also gets changed. Vruddha devam natva karyam arabhate. So natva, nama dhatu is there, tvanta is used over here. If you want to use labenta, it will be vruddha devam pranamya karyam arabhate. वृद्धा देवम नत्वा कार्यमारभते. वृद्ध माणसं जी आहेत ती देवाला नमस्कार करून कार्याला सुरुवात करतात. हे पण तेच म्हटलंय, वृद्ध माणसं देवाला नमस्कार करून कार्याला सुरुवात करतात. ओनली द डिफरन्स इज दॅट हियर नमनत्वा, नम धातू इज used for tvanta and now it has become namanatva. So here in case pranamya, okay, we are using pradhika nama, which becomes pranamya. Next one, without upasarga, tad tadayitva. If the upasarga is used, it is santadya. Ru rutva, okay, or if you use laganta, it will be aparutya. So students, keep in your mind, if upasarga is there before your verb, you can use labenta, and if upasarga is not used, you can use the leb, you can use the tvanta. Okay, so without upasarga, tvanta means you just have to put tva, like datva, natva, tadayitva, rutva. If you are putting labenta, then you have to write ya, pradaya, pranamya, santadya, aparutya. Okay, now let's see melanam kuruta. Khadati. So here some of the sentences with the tvanta avyaya are given. Khadati, it will be खादतीचं काय होणार त्वांत रूप? खादित्वा. पिबती, पित्वा. सम्मिलती. आता इथे बघा हा धातू आहे. नाउ द वर्ब इज सम अधिक मील. उपसर्ग इज युज्ड. सम अधिक मील. So wherever the upasarga is used, you will have to use the lebanta. That is why it is sammilya. In lebanta, you just have to put ya. Like here it is used. See, the pradaya, pranamya, santadya, aparutya. Okay. So next one is smarati, smrutva. Prapnoti will be prapya, because dhatu is pra adhika ap. Dhatu is pra adhika ap, or the verb is pra adhika ap. So here before this ap, pra upasarga is used, and that is why we can write this pra adhika ap is prapya. Upasarga is again used over here. So wherever upasarga is there, labenta. You just have to write the ya at the end. Wherever it is tvanta, you have to put twa over there. Okay, students. Now, ganadvaye means we have to bifurcate them according to the tvanta avyay and according to the labenta avyay. You can easily identify, or you can easily bifurcate them according to tvanta and labenta. If twa is there, it is tvanta. If ya is there, it is lyabanta. Uktva. So ganadvaye. Okay, you have to write these in the two different groups. Tvanta and labenta group. Uktva, tvanta. Pujayitva Twanta. Sampadya, again ya is used. So it is Lyabanta. Samhrutya, again ya is used. It is Lyabanta. Dhrutva, it is Twanta. You can find this here. It is Twanta because at the end Twa is written. Dhavitva, Twanta. Pravishya. Now here in Pravishya, you can say here it is pra adhikavish. Okay. So pra adhikavish means here we have to write the 11th. Snatva. Twa is there, so it is Twanta. Uddiya. Again here is there. Uddiya. Okay. So here 11th is used. Nimajya. 11th. Avatirya. 11th. Uthaya. 11th. Aruhya. 11th. Because in all these statements, ya is used. Because why ya is used? Because they have upasarga. Utpatya. Okay. Here till here it is upasarga. That is why 11th is used. Siktva. Twanta. Sthitva. Twanta. Chalitva. Twanta. Nishpidya. Again Twanta. Udghatya. Twanta. Nishkasya. Udghatya. Lyabanta. Nishpidya. Lyabanta. Udghatya. Lyabanta. Nishkasya. Lyabanta. So in Twanta there will be Twa. In Lyabanta there will be Ya. So now we have to write here, complete the statement by using the various verbs. Markataha. So here they have given one story. Okay. Markataha Vrukshat Avatirya. Now he is getting down from the tree. So Avatirya, after getting down from a tree, Petikam dash. What he is doing? Petikam Udghatya. He is opening, no? He is opening this peti or this bag. Udghatya. Then Topikam. Topikam Nishkasya. He is taking out all the hats or caps, hats. Topikam Udghatya. Mastake dash. Mastake dharayitva. Okay. Mastake dharayitva. Last one, Arohati. So Arohati, it is a last statement, so that we have to write as it is. Markataha Vrukshat Avatirya. After getting down from the tree, Petikam Udghatya is opening up that bag. Petikam Udghatya. Then dash Mastake. Hey, Nishkasya Mastake. He is putting these hats on his Mastaka. Mastaka means on his head. Okay. So Mastake dhara Nishkasya Topikam Nishkasya Mastake dharayitva Vruksham Arohati. Okay. He is again climbing up on the tree. Okay. So up till now we have done Twanta and Labenta. Where to use Twanta? Upasarga Rahita or without Upasarga we have to use Twanta. With Upasarga we have to use Lyabanta. In Twanta you use Twa. In Lyabanta you use Ya. Okay. So to join 2-3 sentences which is having a common subject or karta, then for instead of writing 2 or 3 different sentences, we can write all the actions with the help of Twanta and Labenta in one sentence. Okay. So we'll meet in the next lecture.